This game is not suitable for children or those easily disturbed. Yeah, it isn't. Yep, as I can tell. Anyways, I know, out of all the games I decide to play after everything, I play Doki Doki again. I hear Natsuki's utter and exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. So, okay, I know that I should probably be dating Yuri instead, but Natsuki seems like a cooler person, so I'm just gonna do that. Also, she's my type, basically, okay? I'm joking. Or am I? You looking for something in there? I forgot. No. Oh, I forgot my name is Broly. You looking for something in there? What's Broly's voice? Hold on. Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. Aye, she's a little annoying like that, isn't she? What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Yeah, that's fair enough. Usually my mom's the one who organizes my stuff, though. I'm the one who messes it up because I have ADHD. I forgot. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You know, Broly is something of a manga guy himself, if you ask me. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. You know, my favorite manga was the one about, like, the green guy with the hair, you know? It's a pretty fire manga, actually. You should, try it yourself. You should... Some wild things, actually. I think it would work for the literature club, if you ask me. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. Yeah, if you're a freaking coward, if you're afraid of them judging you, nah, a real man wears on his skin. Wear a manga shirt. Prove to everyone that you are the manga. How did you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Alright, sure, maybe. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on one side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Because she's just a jerk like that. She took the book. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right on into the middle of the rest. Thank you, Natsuki. I should probably be processing what I'm reading. Hold on, let me zone in. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Yeah, I too hate unorganization. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the book that she's admiring. Power Fate Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Which probably means it's either out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. We all know that's a face of someone who likes terrible manga. You can tell, it's just written on her face. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it. You can... if you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. What? She points to the classroom door. Very funny. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I'm Broly. It was the tone of your voice. Okay. First of all, it's written on my face, then it's simply the tone of my voice, okay? Huh? Am I just a walking book to you, Natsuki? But I'll tell you one thing, bro. Isn't Natsuki gender neutral in Japan? So, like, both boys and girls can have the name Natsuki? I don't know. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's what you've been doing to me. This is bullshit. You've been judging me by my cover. You literally told me you just have the manga look to you. Hypocrite. This game is trash. Can't play. Unplayable. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. What you gonna show me, Natsuki? What you doing? She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful tile, striking animated feminine poses. You know, it seems a little familiar. I wonder what that's reference. I don't really... Is that Minecraft? I think that's Minecraft right there from the Alice in Wonderland DLC. It's exceedingly Mo. You're gonna have to explain to me what that means. Anyone want to explain that? I don't know what that means. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. We were in the closet the entire time. Got it, my bad. She then takes a seat against the walls, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Why is that, huh? You a faster reader? I guess it's easier to be close like this. But don't say that. That sounds so weird. It is weird. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's weird. I am extremely straight. You'll feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. So, see? That's what I call the platonic space. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her after all, either. Not to say I can, Alexa, why? Yeah, I'm supposed to be exercising this hour, but I got caught up in setting up the mic. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I noticed, alright. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Do you know KCD 2 is one of the longest scripts in video game history with 2.2 million words? From what I've heard, Harry Potter has only what? The entire trilogy has 1.3 million words? We should read KCD 2 together is what I'm saying. Read. Not play. Read. By playing the game. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and again? No. My entire job is that, okay, you have one chance to read this page, you'll never go back to it. That's how I read. I mean, I don't read manga. I'm not a loser like that. Why do you think I would enjoy manga playing an anime game like this? No. I'm simply open-minded, that's all. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series, hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Yeah, I know the feeling. I actually live right next to a high school. I'm not even joking about that. I literally can walk towards a high school. I see people at my high school outside my window. And I graduated, so I don't know how to feel about it. It's like it's like I'm still there. Typical slice of life affair. Get a load of this girl. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up the lack of plot. Yeah, those are words. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that's helped you to get to know the characters, you know? And besides, it's still entertaining. So, anyone who's watching now, I'm going to tell you a secret. I know it's unrelated to the video, but I'm going to tell you it. As much as I want to say I'm a man of plot, I'm going to be analyzing every episode of Skibbity Toilet for the next video, or that after one. But, just for the sake of this playthrough, I am also a man of plot. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when the sun starts blowing up. Like when they get into the backstories, when some of the romance starts to happen. The romance. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, that's so. Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? You're short. Wah. Natsuki gives a little shove. You see, you broke the platonic space, Natsuki. You made it weird again. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Oh. Holy shit. No. That's so... But you know, what does the power say about our scouter level? Or, this chapter seems it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki paused for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious about you, Natsuki. I just want to learn more about you, okay? It's this thing called getting to know each other. I don't think you've heard of it. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. You see, Natsuki, I just keep feeling there's just a gap between us that just grows longer each time you just hide something from me, okay? How are we ever gonna have a relationship like this, huh? And I mean a friendship. How are we gonna be friends after this? I'm just saying. Natsuki, we could have been friends. You know, we could have, but I don't think it's working out no more. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Very coincidental. Oh, yeah. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Well, I got into YouTube by watching a lot of YouTube videos, so you know. I don't know if that says anything. Aha! Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Oh, I thought it just meant like she liked baking so she picked up the manga since I had baking. I didn't know she'd like baking because of the manga. Oh. You know, I feel like it makes a lot of sense that Broly's dense. We're just gonna say I'm Broly and the character is also Broly? Yeah, it makes sense. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. But what are other things talked about in mangas? I think people like to learn Japanese for the mangas, right? Can maybe go to a cheap language school to Japan and learn Japanese. I don't really... Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who might judge? I don't know. What? How do I move the UI? Hold on. Enable content warning? Don't worry about it, bruh. I ain't afraid of some freaky scenes. I wish I didn't say that. Let me just take a screenshot for no particular reason, and then save it to my hard drive. For no reason. It's for science. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. You know, I don't think I've ever bonded with anyone by reading a book. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who reads books anymore? It's all about Netflix, baby. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with her. I mean, I guess that's not true. I'm just an introvert. I talk to no one. You know, I just had a very interesting thought. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say it. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. The mic's too far still. The existential dread is real. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? She doesn't have friends. What a loser. Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. You see, two fists. 2 fists. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. Well, Natsuki, consider me a friendly friend that's willing to friend you out, platonically. They just think manga's for kids. Well, you know, actually, in my personal experience... I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the mic. Is it working? In my personal experience, whenever I talk about row, row, row your boat, they just don't take me seriously. What about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Huh? What about the ABCs? Okay, that song was fire. That was an iconic song. I remember listening to that till 2 a.m. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not even trying to make fun of her. I'm just trying to find... I don't know anymore. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? I'd imagine my grandma would say that. Makes me want to punch him in the face. Yeah! Punch him in the face! I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like so many people like manga and anime here, so I don't really know if that's really a problem. I don't think you're in the minority no more, okay? I think that's maybe depends on where you're from. If you're from the South, you know, that's a different story. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I get gravitated towards others losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you. My guy called her a loser. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. At least it's safe around here in the club room. Sorry, I had it around here. Except Monica, which was kind of a jerk about. Monica? Like, you can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Yeah, world hunger is still a problem. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? You see, Broly is very good at embarrassing people. I wish I could pick the dialogue. So, aha, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah, I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Aha! Ha 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 ha! I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Midori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since he's so unlucky. But it's especially bad when... Ooh, shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. She's in a vulnerable position. It's a stark contrast with her usual bossy tone. I see a hard shell on the outside, but a soft in. Who's heard of that before? Honestly, who knows? Maybe it's a bit of a reflection of myself, actually, huh? I don't know. You could probably ask my friends about that, and they'll tell you that's me. Hard outer shell. Soft innards. I could probably say that less weird, couldn't I? But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. What if I named my character the Boulder instead? The Boulder understands why you'd like this. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when you're connected with someone with something like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. And the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Oh god, it's Monica. Are you all ready with today's poem? Sorry, I'm excited. My legs, they're starting to dance around. They're prancing. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Thought you looked pretty cozy over there. Yeah. Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close he's gotten to me. Natsuki had one job, the platonic space. Do you not understand? It's the code that us introverts respect the most, okay? You break it. You break the law. Nothing really happens, but you're shunned for it. Also, I'm sorry if, I'm still getting used to the new mic, so I'm sorry if, my voice suddenly goes off, because I like to go to the left to talk to it for some reason, when really I should be going to the right to talk to it. Maybe I should put it to the left instead. Hold on. I'm gonna try that. Ooh. Yeah, but now it feels weird. I'm putting it back. Here we go again. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. All right, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Oh yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really all right? Is that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this? Of course, it would take forever for you to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. Ah, you're a coward. You read faster, okay? You might as well do manga. You got nothing better to do, huh? What are you gonna do? Study for math? Study for English? I don't think so, Broly. I don't think you've seen your character. You ain't that guy. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. You could also go to the dark side and lie. I don't know why, but like my role in these types of situations, just give these characters idea. This is why I wanted a Telltale game. I want to be in control. I want to be a villain. Okay, when I record video, like off camera, whenever I play a game like RDR2, like I'm a saint, okay? I ain't even gonna sneeze on someone. Once I'm in video mode, boom, I'm gonna be a menace. I want to burn down the village. Okay, I want to be the one. Okay, I want to be the one that makes the world a worse place. Probably shouldn't be saying this out loud, but you know what? There's no police around. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? I don't know, it doesn't matter, you gotta read it. Alright then, I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah! My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from the spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Who should I show to my poem first? Sayori! I have some special words for you, okay? I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori. She's my good friend after all. Yeah. Is this gonna have consequence? Should I have done Natsuki first? I don't know. Okay, Sayori. You're one of the good ones. This is a good poem, Broly. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I used ChatGPT to write it. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. To be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy you wrote one. Just remind me of how much you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Broly. Deep down, you're not all selfish, you know? Yeah, I guess. Whatever, bro. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. In fact, I had to join because of her, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'll hold you to that then. I'm not gonna be excited. This is serious business, okay? I'm here on a mission. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Hell no. Dear sunshine. Okay, this is interesting music. Like a type beat. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel that you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. So, by sleep forever, do you mean you're gonna die? Did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Yeah, I did half yesterday, half a little today. Got to do it last night. I should have. No! Well, at least it makes me feel better about myself. Yeah. Makes you know that you're not the worst. Don't be mean. I'll be whatever I want, Kenobi. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It's just a horrible one. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Now about my son Kakarot. Heehaw. This was so much fun for me. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's see your best poem forever, then. Oh, Monica's here. Hi, Broly. Having a good time so far? It's alright. It's a lot of dialogue, actually. Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things you can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright? I'll keep it in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring it up. I'm much better off going with the flow until we're settled in. You can do my strategy and just never talk and deal with everything that comes your way. Anyways, do you want to share your poem with me? Sorry, I forgot to read that first one. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Broly. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Yeah, you don't say. But that sort of burial of the... But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Broly. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha ha ha, yark. Oh, jeez. My masculinity's on the line. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. You know, Monica, I do realize something, actually. Whenever I was writing the poem, you weren't there, were you? Because you were able to write for either Yuri, Sayori, or Natsuki, but you weren't there. Which I find a little interesting. I'm closing my window, so take that as a compliment. Haha. I'm not gonna do the laughs, I don't care. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. Ah, yes. Here's my poem. A bomb a day keeps the Navy away. They can be funny, endearing, or even triste. Muy triste. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning, though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It would be a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of style. I'll always help you find out what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Hee hee ha ha. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who doesn't claim to be very good. Oh, that's because I have to sound confident. She's an illusionary. The illusions, they all make sense. I'm the same way. That doesn't mean I always feel the same way. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? Or spackle? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. Can't see. I reel. blind, like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Damn. That's deep. So okay, so here's how I interpret the poem. So if you imagine Sisyphus, right? And he's stuck in the cave. The cave was an illusion. But instead the guy had the freedom to do whatever you want, which is why he was looking outside. And inside could it imply that you were in a cage unable to escape, but you have a small glimpse of hope that could be the little hole. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So what do you think? It's very free form if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany, huh? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. I'll keep that in mind when I make the Skibbity video. Thanks, Monica. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I am so stupid. Okay, hold on. Go back, wait. No, I had a good bit. I could have become like the radio announcer. I am so stupid. Oh my god. How do I even sleep at night? Who should I show my poem to next? I kind of want to do Natsuki. I'll leave Natsuki for last. But I'm afraid the game's just going to be like, oh no, you can't talk to the last person. Blah, 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 blah. You know what, we'll do Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start the things that I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when we could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? And this is what you do? That's what I had in mind when I was writing this, huh? That's what I had in mind. You couldn't even be bothered to read it. You couldn't even be bothered to get feedback. You know, we're having very two dialogue. Broly's over here is like, she's like trying to give her confidence, like, you know, trying to support her. I'm using guilt to my best abilities. I'm using war tactics. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me a dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went in, ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. That's like your retort gets caught in the throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you should still show me yours. You're fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yeah, totally. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. So, if we think about this logically, what she's basically trying to say is all these animals are experts in their own right and are able to do their tasks very successfully. However, what she's saying is that the people's ability to try is simply about it. They'll never be good at something no matter how hard they try. That's what I'm getting out of it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. It's alright. Just be honest, I am. Are you so convincing that I won't like it, huh? Well, because I have daddy issues. Everyone in high school thinks that my writing has to be all sophisticated stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yeah, but you gotta think about the social prestige, man. You gotta show how good you are at being complicated, nuanced, huh? What do you mean poems are supposed to be a reflection of yourself, huh? What are you, stupid? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Oh yeah, it's what me and the people in the YouTube business call it's what us people in the business call subversion of expectations. Very useful in today's society. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Perhaps I was the simple one. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest? Here, did you? You're the youngest one? I thought Sayori was. Is that why you're short? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah! Let's go! Who should I show to my poem next? Yuri? Alright, boy. Here we go. I'm gonna have to get my hands warm for this one. Let's see what happens. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. Got to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts to words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? This is your first time writing a poem, right? Oh, yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that. It might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Ooh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gone anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Alright, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And, having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on most of them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separates from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Okay, Yuri, whatever you say. Alright, everyone's just like, oh yeah, it was so good, but you just come here and just had to bust it down. Oh, it's fine. I didn't mean, it doesn't matter. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Yeah, once she isn't anxious, then suddenly everything comes out like butter. She's probably the best. Why aren't you the leader of the club? You're obviously the one with the most experience. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even in a simple poem. You know, Yuri, you sound like a nerd. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Holy shit, Yuri, okay. Alright, maybe I should have went to you first, since you apparently know it all. Mrs. Poem Expert over here. What's the point anymore? What's the point of life? Biased how? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to yourself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Okay, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? So wait, what have they been doing the past? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Hey. Oh shit. What a banger line. Oh my god. I don't even know what that means, but what a line. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker back. So, okay, here's what I'm interpreting. Okay, alright. She even has better handwriting than I do. I never learned cursive, actually. My school never taught me cursive. So I don't really know what the first two lines mean. I'll be honest, but what I'm guessing is that she's usually stuck in the past, you know? Which is why she's breathing the air present, living in the past. And then when the light flickers, that's her going back to reality and then realizing the world around her. So basically, she was zoning out. She's been through a lot, okay? She could be, let's just say this is a veteran who's been through war, okay? He's now just zoning out. He's remembering all the wars, okay? He breathed present air. But he's still stuck back when they released Orange Project gas in the Vietnam War, okay? And he's basically looking back and just going like, huh, yeah, that was pretty bad. Suddenly, reality hits him, and then he looks back in the present and realizes his surroundings. Yeah, that's what that means. I'm sorry you have such terrible handwriting. Oh, I have such terrible handwriting. Yuri's saying that. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Hard to read! That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write long poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Ooh, actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Broly. Nutty? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. I completely forgot about the ghost part. Lingering in her remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. So I was completely... So what you're saying is I'm completely wrong about the war thing, okay? I don't think most veterans go, the good old days. The good old days when the bombs started dropping. Oh, those were the... They don't make them how they used. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, fun that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. If this game teaches me how to read a poem, that'll be something. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, she's putting her faith in me. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, so Yuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expression change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrows in frustration while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki submissively returns a poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Do you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. Just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? These people are going to get along great. Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Broly did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Broly liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Holy shit, this is about to go down. I didn't. That's not what I... Ooh. You're just... Yuri stands up. Well, maybe you're just jealous that Broly appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only... Holy shit. Cassie grew a size bigger as soon as Broly started showing up. Holy shit. Oh my god. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn around me as if they noticed I was standing there. Broly? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for a reason? The meaning should jump out of the read, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to me here. Well, wait. There's a reason why we have so many deep expressive words in our language. There's only way to convey complex feelings and meaning. Blah, blah, blah. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Broly? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree that they'll probably... So that's going to be... So that's that turn, Yuri. Yuri spent so much I can't bring... Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fine. It's making Sayori so uncomfortable. Holy shit, the moral high ground. How can you two keep on fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this, huh, Broly? Well, that's the problem. This isn't about her, and I agree. It's unfair to others to inject their own feelings to a conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? You know, I feel like I'm starting to have the similar feeling where Dutch Vanderlyn sees Arthur. It's like, I'm just flabbergasted. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to be along and happy. Get along. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Yuri poems, they're amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, my Saiyan pride. Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's... Okay. Alright. Well then. Big and beautiful. I'm not playing Doki. There's no part 3. I can't do this. I'm not having a part 3. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some too. Yuri watches off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in turn. To be honest, I might have not come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes pretty suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Holy shit, she knew something. Wait, she knew, didn't she? I just realized something. Whenever, at the start, I got into the class, Sayori, did she know? Was it all planned out? Was the court all planned? Was it always adjourned? Is free will even a real thing? Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes 2 of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles at me sweetly, causing me to nod. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more. Well, it's just Monica. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It's alright. Well, mostly. Rolly, how about you? Yeah, I wish I could say it was alright. Neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you've learned something from French too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone liked. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and not myself with a newfound determination. Rolly, ready to walk home? Yeah, sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? I don't hate them. I despise them, sure, but I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion after all, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Broly, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Unless she knows. She might know. Sayori knows more than we think. You know, she's the fourth wall breaker. I've decided. She knows that we're in a game. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but doesn't really stop there. I mean, Well, if anyone wants me to romance a certain person in the comments, be sure to tell me, because I have no idea who to pick. I'm fine with being... I don't know who there is. Should I go for Sayori? Yuri? I know that a lot of people would want me to do Yuri. Natsuki? You tell me. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. That was a lot of reading. Okay, we're gonna finish the poem now. I don't know. Hold on. You know what? No. We're not gonna do the poem yet. I'm gonna save here. If anyone wants... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to lead this to a democratic vote. If you want me to do Natsuki, say in the comments. Yuri, comments. Say freaking Sayori. Did I say that already? Comments. Please, I don't know what to pick. I don't want to be the one to pick. Okay, I'm leaning towards Natsuki because I already did my first poem towards her, but I do really like Sayori's character. Okay. Anyways, that's all. Banga. Bye. Vale. Would be a shame if I had to remove someone.